When times are tough, especially when we're pulling out of a country like Afghanistan after 20 years, what America needs to be reminded of is that we're tough. That's important. And after that tragedy last week, and we felt weak, and we needed a president to remind us that even though we're, leaving Afghanistan with our tail between our legs, we're still tough.
To those who carried out this attack, as well as anyone who wishes America harm, know this: we will not forgive. We will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay. I've also ordered my commanders to develop operational plans to strike ISIS-K assets, leadership, and facilities. We will respond with force and precision at our time, at the place we choose, in the moment of our choosing.
If it's okay with the Taliban. I love that. I love our president talking tough to the terrorists. And we know where they are. That's why they were able to strike, because we know exactly where they are. And we're going to launch an airstrike and take them out, because we have drones. We know where all the enemies, where all the bad actors are in Afghanistan. That's why there are never any terrorist attacks. We spend trillions of dollars on drones and surveillance. So we're going to strike those terrorists and get them. And then Joe Biden added this to warn the terrorists.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you.
Yes, because we're Americans with an Irish accent. That's who Joe Biden is. We're going to find these terrorists. That's why we went to Afghanistan, to root out terrorists. And we've spent 20 years, countless trillions. We know where the terrorists are, and we're going to get them. And of course, as you've probably heard by now, President Biden, tough-talking Joe Biden, ordered an airstrike on the terrorists, because we know who they are and where they are. We know everything about Afghanistan. So when there's a terrorist explosion, we knew the terrorists were planning to do that. It was a honey trap. And so he ordered an airstrike. This is from the Washington Post, and it says, the Defense Department officials said the military carried out a drone strike on a vehicle in Kabul that posed an imminent threat to Hamid Karzai International Airport. We are confident we successfully hit the target, said Navy Captain Bill Urban, a spokesman for U.S. Central Command. He went on to say significant secondary explosions from the vehicle indicated the presence of a substantial amount of explosive material. We are on top of this. We got them. We got the people who did this to us, because we have the best intelligence agencies in the world. That's from the Washington Post, which goes on to write in a piece entitled U.S. Races to Exit Afghanistan. Urban, the spokesman, went on to say that the U.S. strike on the vehicle was carried out by, quote unquote, over-the-horizon aircraft, indicating something flown from outside the country. Aircraft with and without crew have been flying armed security missions over Kabul throughout the evacuation effort. So it was an airstrike ordered by our military, operated probably by a kid in an air-conditioned silo in Arizona. and it's precision. This is your text. I know we're feeling bad, but when we spend trillions of dollars on defense, we don't depend on the government to build the weapons. We turn it over to Boeing and Raytheon. We can't trust the government. And they give us smart missiles, smart, efficient missiles. And I'm feeling good about ourselves. I'm feeling really good. We got even with Afghanistan. The New York Times, not the New York Times, the Washington Post, like that's any better, goes on to write, in Afghanistan, U.S. officials were checking the extent of the damage in the drone attack. A defense official, speaking on the condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the issue, said that the strike was carried out with a Hellfire missile. Booyah! Wow, I am hard. I'm sorry. This is very important to me. I don't like to get pushed around, and I do. This is why I can live vicariously through our military. I'm sorry. So they said that the strike was carried out with a Hellfire missile a little more than a mile from the airport, which is in a densely packed urban area. Well, this is why we have precision bombers. This is why we load our drones up with precision weaponry operated by a kid in a silo in Arizona. This is so we can only kill the enemy combatants because, we don't want to kill civilians. That's not what Americans do. The Washington Post goes on to write, a secondary explosion, damaged a building, raising the possibility of civilian casualties. We don't kill innocent civilians. That's not who America is. We're trying to spread and spend freedom and democracy. Why would we kill innocent civilians? The whole purpose of spending all this money on precision weaponry is so there's no, what do they call it, collateral damage? That's the thing of the past. The Washington Post goes on to write, a resident of the neighborhood where the strike occurred and a Taliban official who said he visited the site of the airstrike said in interviews that 8 or 9 civilians had been killed, including children. Photographs of the scene showed 2 burnt-out cars next to a white 2-story house with many of the dwellings' windows blown out. See how rough it is when we follow what's going on in Afghanistan? Just ignore it. Just ignore this stuff. It was going on all the time, America, but we didn't pay attention to it. So, you know what they say, if a drone strikes in an urban area and we don't see it, did it really happen? And the answer is no. That's, okay. A little rough. Yeah, I already read that. This is a little depressing. Well, one of the residents, according to the Washington Post, said in a telephone interview that the dead were all members of one family. 3 men, a woman, and 5 children. One child had been seriously injured in the strike and later died, he said. Another child's body was found under a car, said the man, who spoke on the condition of anonymity for fear of his safety. That's how we're leaving Afghanistan. That's how we get even with the tragedy of last week, by creating more tragedy on our time, our clock, at the hour of our choosing. We will hunt down the people who may have done it or didn't do it. It's hard to say, but that's the way America rolls out of a country. And remember George Bush asked, why do they hate us? Remember that? Still can't figure that out. Why do they hate us? Urban, he's the spokesman for the Navy who fired the Hellfire missile, Booyah. Urban said the military is aware of reports of civilian casualties. He went on to say, "We know that there were substantial and powerful subsequent explosions resulting from the destruction of the vehicle, indicating a large amount of explosive material inside that may have caused additional casualties," Urban said. "It is unclear what may have happened, and we are investigating further." Urban added that the U.S. military is, quote, "deeply saddened by any potential loss of innocent life." So they ordered an airstrike to avenge the deaths of our soldiers, and they're absolutely certain that they have the right intelligence. We can trust our military to fire the missile at the right people. And but then they find out their intelligence didn't anticipate that the car they fired upon might have ammunition in it, and it might cause explosions in a tightly packed urban area. That's our military. That's our intelligence, and well, not good. Not good at all.